What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to review the whole season of Peacemaker. I wanted to come on here and talk about the TV show Peacemaker, starring John Cena, which is why I'm wearing this. I don't have any John Cena shirts. I just want to talk about how perfect the show was. This show was from episode 1 all the way to episode 8. It was the most perfect. It's like the most perfect sandwich you can imagine. That's what Peacemaker was, and it'll be a spoiler review. I'm gonna let all the spoilers out because I don't care. I love the show. I want to talk all about it. I just want to say when I first heard about a Peacemaker show happening, I was not. I mean, I was kind of excited for it because John Cena would have been in it, but I wasn't excited for it. I mean, by the time it was announced, I think the Suicide Squad, the movie, didn't even come out yet, and it was kind of to me it felt like a spoiler that Peacemaker is easily gonna survive, and I wish they waited a bit on that reveal that he's getting a TV show, but I mean it's fine right now. So anyways, so after I watched the movie, I was still not excited for the show at all. I love the movie. It's seriously one of my favorite comic book movies of 2021. I've seen it I think 3 times already. It finally found it again on HBO Max. I think I'm gonna watch it for a 4th time because it's perfect. I love that movie. Wasn't really excited about Peacemaker until after I watched the first 3 episodes that HBO put up on the platform, and once that intro kicked, bro, once that do you want to taste the hits, and they start dancing like this, bro, I was hooked. I loved that intro. It was so ridiculous. It was so funny. It was the perfect way the start of a James Gunn TV show, a novelty, and seeing Cena do all this crazy stuff and swearing and have blood on him, because I'm a wrestling fan. I've been watching this guy since I was at least 11 years old. Dressed up as John Cena for Halloween, so seeing him do all this crazy rated R shit it just kind of blows my 11-year-old mind away. This show, episode 1, the ending was great. The first episode was actually pretty funny. Then episode 2, it got funnier. We got to see what they're gonna do and what the show really was about until episode 3, with all the butterflies and stuff, and we got Vigilante got introduced, and all the hardcore Economos, Obadiah, Amon, all these characters that I didn't like. I thought they were okay. After the first 3 episodes, I liked Vigilante the most because he just looks super cool. He looked close, so he was my favorite character up to that point. But I think it was episode 4 when I really fell in love with the show. I love that episode. It was amazing seeing him do all those stuff and seeing Vigilante. As the show went along, I started to love hardcore and Economos and Obadiah and Moon. They all became I started to love them as characters and started to worry about, are they gonna die? I hope not. I love them. And episode the finale with Moon, that wrecked me, bro. That sucked. I wish there was some way he could survive, but I mean, I get it, but man, James Gunn made me feel bad for a butterfly, an alien butterfly. I was like, no. James Gunn is just amazing. I have respect for him. He's so good. The fact that he wrote those 2000 Scooby-Doo movies I loved as a kid. James Gunn is super awesome. I mean, Guardians is my favorite MCU movie. So, and I want to take a moment to talk about the villains in this show, because at first I didn't really like the butterflies, because to me, I tried looking them up into comics. It seemed like kind of like a James Gunn like own creation, which isn't bad, but like I just like it more when like you just pick a character from a comic book, like a villain from a comic book, and you just use that instead. But over here, I think in the show it worked. Like the fact, like with this whole like alien butterfly stuff, and they're taking over the planet because we're ruining it, and it kind of went to this like meta stuff near the end. It was great. The butterflies were like a great villain, and the fact that they could like go inside of you through your mouth and like be able to control you. Like I may be a butterfly. I don't know. I got villain for the first season of Peacemaker, and White Dragon, bro. I'm gonna try to be very careful with my words here, but like, he looked so cool, bro. I'm sorry. He's probably like the most coolest looking character in the show besides Vigilante. Like, man, why did he have to be a racist and all this stuff? Like, man, he was like Robert. I think Robert Patrick is the name of the actor. He played this guy so good. Like, I hated this character and and like all the stuff he did, like to his son, and this man is like such, like he's so good in this role, bro. It's crazy, like, and like yeah, the suit's cool and all, but like the actor himself and his like banter back and forth with Cena, to be able to see how Peacemaker grew up and how his philosophy is until like he eventually like is able to change it, because he's like, oh no, I don't like your dad, I'm gonna kill you and stuff. Anyways, going along, White Dragon was a great villain. His whole story, and up to the point where Peacemaker killed him, was great, along with the butterflies and whole cow stuff was great. This show, it doesn't have a bad episode. Like, if I were to go back and think about what happened in each episode, I wouldn't say like there were no. To me, it felt like there were no real like filler episodes, like boring episodes where nothing really happened. Each episode was great. Each episode was jam packed with some pretty cool action and great comedy by freaking John Cena. Bro, John Cena. I'm gonna talk about him for a second here. He is the best wrestler turned actor. He is better than The Rock. He's better than Batista. He's better than any other like wrestler first into an actor second. He shined in this show. Like, he like when I was watching Peacemaker, like at first like when I was watching Suicide Squad and the first episodes of Peacemaker, it was like, oh, it's John Cena in a funny costume. But once we progressed, I was like, Peacemaker, no. Christopher Smith. I saw him as Christopher Smith, the Peacemaker. And Cena was so good in the show. James directed Cena beautifully. I cannot wait to see what Cena does from here. And I know I kind of shit on The Rock here, but I'm excited to see. I'm still excited to see what The Rock does in Black Adam, but The Rock pretty much plays the same guy in every movie he's in. I'm sorry, he plays the same exact person, whereas in Cena, in each movie I've seen him in, he plays the most drastic, the most completely different like character I've seen him as. I've known him as. He plays like he completely takes over his roles. Now the finale was perfect, bro. I was so scared that they were gonna F it up and it was gonna be bad. Like Book of Boba Fett, that finale was dog shit. I hated it. There were awesome moments. There were cool scenes. Stuck the freaking landing. The finale was so perfect. Besides the whole like hardcore and peace and vigilante kind of teasing their deaths was kind of like I feel like they could have done that a lot better. Maybe to James Gunn for making all these characters canon and making like like all the Batman villains, the Riddler and Penguin, Batmite. Batmite is canon to the DC Universe now, which is crazy. Kite Man, hell yeah, is now canon to the DC Universe. Green Arrow, one of my favorite characters, is now canon. I love that James Gunn took all these fan favorite characters and was able to make them canon, even though we may not see them in the universe for a while. It's still awesome that to know that they're there, to know that they're real and tangible in this universe. Also, one last thing I want to say is that the freaking cameo, bro. This Flash, Ezra Miller, the Flash showed up in the show, bro. That was so cool, bro. That was an icing on top of the cake, on top of the cherry, that the finale was. So for the video, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.